In short-term rentals, control is the real competitive advantage. Control over your bookings, control over your guest experience, control over how your business grows in 2026. Lodgify gives rental operators the tools to build direct booking websites, automate guest communication, and manage every channel from one platform without adding complexity. This is how rentals stop feeling reactive and start feeling more intentional. Skip Daily Briefing listeners get 20% off any yearly or bi-yearly Lodgify plans with code SDB20, available through March 2026. Details are in the show notes.
Welcome back to the Skift Daily Briefing. It's Thursday, March 26th. I'm Sarah Dandashi, and today we're talking about Accor's warning that demand is holding but behaving differently, IHG's case for scale as the best hedge against chaos, and a CEO to CEO reality check on what assumptions broke in Q1. Let's get into it. Accor's CEO is saying that travel isn't dying, it's just moving faster. Well, Accor CEO Sebastian Bazin says the headlines are loud, but the demand story is still there. The big shift is behavior. Travelers are booking closer to departure and switching destinations quickly when a region feels uncertain. He points to a striking stat: about 60% of Accor customers deciding within 12 days of departure. That short window changes everything. Forecasting gets harder, marketing has to react faster, operations need to be ready for demand that shows up late and then pivots on a dime. Bazin's message to operators is basically hold your nerve. Do not abandon markets the second things get rough. Stay present with staff, owners, and partners because people remember who stayed when it was inconvenient. The takeaway here: volatility is now normal, sadly, and agility is not a nice to have, it's the whole game. Our second story here: IHG, the best hedge against global chaos is, well, being big. IHG CEO Eli Malouf builds on the same theme. Uncertainty is constant. The source just changes. His argument is that scale and diversification make shocks easier to absorb. If you operate across multiple segments and regions, it matters less where people travel as long as they keep traveling. Demand can rotate from one destination to another, and big portfolios can catch that movement instead of getting crushed by it. He also flags the near term strength in Europe and points to growth moving east, with a large share of pipeline development sitting outside traditional Western markets. It's a reminder that the where of growth and the where of demand are increasingly connected through network effects. The bottom line here: big hotel groups are positioning themselves less as destination bets and more as global demand capture machines. And our final story today: the big recalibration, a CEO to CEO letter on what broke in Q1. And finally, Rafat Ali's recalibration letter lays out a blunt point. Many companies came into 2026 with plans built on assumptions that really no longer hold. And he lists six that cracked fast, including the idea that Gulf hub stability was basically guaranteed, that fuel would stay low, and that 2026 event calendar would lift all boats, that AI investments were ready for real operational stress, that China outbound would normalize on schedule, and that the industry could keep optimizing for yield instead of building resilience. The warning is simple: if you're still running the January plan without adjusting for the new operating environment, because believe me, things have changed, you are walking into a margin trap. The takeaway from this year is demanding a different mindset: less perfection, more contingency, and faster decision loops. Well, that's it for today's Skift Daily Briefing. For more travel industry news and analysis, head to skift.com. And to subscribe, head to skift.com/daily. Thanks so much for listening.